Welcome back, peeps. Thank you for tuning in to the Banner Bros channel, where we're always taking a look at the newest tips and tricks in the Call of Duty universe. And in today's video, we've got a really special one. We've got how to win Warzone when your full team is dead, right? Whether this is squads or trios, we're going to be talking about that a little bit more. And I'm going to be talking about the final rotation moves. Who should you shoot? Who should you kill when you're in that solo place? And there's still various teams around you with more people. All that is going to be in today's video. If you guys do enjoy my kind of content, please remember to like and subscribe and turn that notification bell on. It deeply helps me out a lot, and it's both special thanks to all my YouTube members who give a little bit extra to support my channel. If you guys want to become one, link is in the description. And with that being said, let's jump right into this video. So first off, let me just talk about the situation that I'm in right now, all right? Because I'm pretty sure a lot of people are again. So we're in a trios game, and one of my friends is dead. And as you guys can see, my other teammate just died right now. So one of my teammates was dead, and my other teammate was gonna go ahead and try and res him. That was the first mistake that we did here, because if one of your teammates is dead, you're late in the game. It's better off just to stick with your team, stick together. And if you can get that rest, but don't sacrifice yourself and leave the other person, especially again in this trio situation where there's still quite a few teams left. So as you guys can see here, all my team is dead. You guys can see in the bottom left, they're all dead. On the top right, you can see there's still 12 players remaining, 5 people in the game, and I'm about to open my mini map just so you guys can see the zone right now and what situation about the zone, right? So this is the first thing that you want to see. Once your teammate is dead, the first thing that's got to pop in your mind is, what are we going to do, right? Where are we going to move ourselves? Where are we going to position ourselves to keep and to get ourselves to win and to clutch? So obviously, first off here, really what you want to play is, if you're with a team, you can play the middle because you can guard different locations, right? But if you're playing solos, you definitely have to get to the zone, to the edge of the zone. Edge of the zone is probably one of the best places you can be, especially when you're solo. So that's why I noticed this location. I'm like, all right, I got to go here. This is the best place to drop, right? So I'm going to be moving around, and I'm going to move to that location. Now, while I'm moving to that location, one of the most important things that you want to do when you're playing solos is, obviously, the more players you have, the more eyes you have on the field, right? So the more eyes you have, that means you can see where more enemies are. That is going to be a big problem with your solo. You've only got 2 pairs of eyes. So it's very, very important that you look at every single direction and you can try to figure out where everybody is. Now, in my screen, you saw the guy that was way over here, right? You saw him in the mountain. He was running. So now I know there's people behind me and there's people all the way in the mountain, right? You gotta keep these positions memorized, again, especially when you're playing solo. Again, another pretty important thing is, if you're playing trios, you can just go ahead and start shooting at them. You don't have to worry. Maybe you got a teammate that's going to cover your back. But again, something really important that I do here is check my back, because again, I'm solos here. I'm by myself. There ain't no help coming. There is no help coming in this vicinity. So as you guys can see here, I did face this glitch here, which is kind of weird. But yeah, I did my job here, and me by myself, I have to perform this sweep by myself, again, because you don't know when there could be little rats hiding behind there ready to turn on you. So it's very important that once you're solo, you perform that sweep, and you are for sure that you are the only one in this location. Now, something also very important to do is, you never want to let the enemies know that you're by yourself. And how do you do this? Let's say, how do you do that? There's no clones or anything like that. The way that you make sure that the enemy doesn't know that you're by yourself is by moving position frequently and shooting them a bunch of times. So you'll see me do it here in a little bit. But as you guys can see there, I didn't take that shot on the guy. I did take it on that one. The reason being is, if you're solos, you don't want to be shooting at every single fucking person that you see in the map, as you usually would, if you're playing with a team, because it don't matter. So you got a team to support yourself. But if you're playing solos, you don't want to let anybody know where you are. All right? That is the main idea. So the only way you would really take a shot is if you got a clear shot with that headshot with the sniper. Now you guys are gonna start seeing me do it a little bit here. So I know that team saw me, right? So they know I'm here, and what I'm gonna be doing is taking from shots from left to right, left to right. So you'll see that here I try to take a couple shots, and once he sees me and takes a shot at me, I'm gonna go take a shot right there. I'm gonna immediately run to the other location and try to take a shot there. All right, and as you guys can see, I go ahead and I peek it immediately, and I try to take a couple more shots at some other people. That is something very important that you want to do when you're solos. Don't stand in a single location and try to get as many kills as you can. You always try to move location. And I believe you're gonna see me do it here one more time, where I go back to that position. And again, obviously there, I saw those clear shots, and that was an easy down. So now I'm gonna pause it here, because this is where things start getting a little bit more interesting, right? We're taking a look at the zone here, and now we know where are we gonna move. Do we need to move anywhere? And as you guys can see, yeah, if I move up a little bit, so which would be in front of these walls, I will still be in the zone. So that's something very important to realize. That means that you have another zone to your advantage. You can stay in your zone, you can hold your ground, and you don't need to move anywhere. That is something very important that you need to check. You always need to check what your zones are. Especially if you're solos, you never want to be running when the zone is already moving behind your back. You always want to be quick. You always want to move first to the zone when you are a solos, right? Because if you're caught off guard and you're running to the zone in the middle of the open, when the zone is in your back, you are gonna die. That's something, as you guys can see here, I did a little tip here, but yeah, every time that you place your armor, your ammo box down, especially if you're solos again, I'll go ahead and drop your ammo and then refill, so you got some extra ammo there. So now things are getting a little bit interesting, right? Again, let's pause this right here. Let me just go back just a little bit okay. So let's pause this back here, and now I know, right? So I've got people here because I saw an enemy over there. I've got the people here in the left that I've been shooting at, and then I've got people here in the right. So we got people in every single area, right? And again, something very, very important. You always got to keep that to your mind. Where is everybody located? So now things are getting a little bit interesting, right? There's 3 teams left. There is 6 players left, and that means there is probably one squad of 3, another squad of 2, and then myself, right? That would be the most logical thing. You also have to notice that, you also have to keep that into perspective. You have to know the squads, how many people in each squad, which squad should you help. And I'm going to tell you right now why that is very important, on knowing how many players in each squad are remaining or a possibility. The reason being is when you're solos in a squads or in a trios or anything like that, it is always a very important, something that you guys will see me do right there. It is always very, 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 very important that you help the team that is losing the battle. So for example, if you're in a situation where there is a trios alive, and it's and so there's 3 teams left, right? And there's a trios alive, and there's 2 of you, right? So there's my solo team and there's another solo team. You should never go ahead and start shooting at that guy solo. That's just no way. The reason being is, if you start shooting at that guy as solo, let's say you take him out, he takes a couple shots at you. Now it's a 1v3 situation where you got a little bit of armor left, and you definitely ain't gonna win that one when it's a 3v1 and there's nobody left in the game. So what you want to do is you always want to help the team that is losing. That is the biggest tip that I can get from you guys. Why? The reason being, let's say you're 1v1 versus 3. Let's say you take one of those other guys and it's a 2v1v1, and that guy takes out another person. Now you just turn this into a 1v1v1 situation, and that is a lot more manageable than you killing that guy and ending up in a 3v1 situation. So here, this is what I noticed. This guy in the middle here that he was running, I don't know if you guys saw him. Let me go ahead and just back up just a little bit here. So I saw this guy in the middle. He's definitely getting murked. There is no reason for me to waste my shot and waste my position on that guy that's about to die. So what I do is, I was about to shoot him, and I'm like, no, don't do that. I need to take away the team that is blasting that poor guy in the middle. So that's why I move my head, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna let that guy. I don't need the kill. I'm not hogging for kills. So I'm gonna try and see where these guys are getting murked from, where these guys are shooting from. And as you guys can see, one of them got down here. So this was a team of 3. That's why I decided to pursue them. There was a guy here, and there was 2 guys right here in the back. So I'm like, all right, this is the team that I need to go for, right? And as you guys can see, there's still 3 teams left, but now it's gonna be a 3v1v1 situation in this one. And this one, things are getting a little bit interesting. Here, I'm kind of running around, and here I take a peek at the map, because zone is about to close close and I need to move from my location. I need to get to a better location. So what I do is I move on this side of on this side of the wall. And again, something pretty important that you guys saw me do is I didn't take a shot at those guys right now because I didn't have a clear shot. Again, this is getting to the late games, right? This is getting to the late games. You got to be aware of what are the shots that you take. Now, this is a pretty important one. I see two guys here, and I'm just like, this is a team with the two guys, right? Remember, there is 5 players left. There's 3 teams. That means it is a 3v1v1 situation here. And sorry, a 2v2v1 situation. My math is wrong in this. But yeah, that means there are 2 teams here. There are 2 people here. There are 2 people on the left side, and there is me. And again, this is an equal battle. And like I said, only take the shot if you can get it. So I got a free headshot there, and I was able to do that. I see the other 2 guys, they're moving to the left and moving to the right. So I'm just gonna go ahead and ping him. And the reason why I don't shoot this guy, very important, is you should only concentrate your fire on one team. So I shot that guy. And that's good. You know, this guy probably had no idea where that shot came from. He probably thought it was from these guys right there. He didn't have any clue. Now, if I go ahead and turn around to those guys and I shoot him, now I've got both of their teams that know where I am, and I'm not in a pretty good position. Reason being is I've got this wall to cover, but this wall only covers from one side. If both of these teams start shooting me from this guy, and then I move around the wall, and I already shot at those guys, and those guys know where I am, I'm going to be a dead man. So that is why always be aware of the cover that you're using. Don't shoot at every single team that you can shoot, because getting greedy will get you killed, right? So here I'm just gonna chill out. You know, I got that down, I got that kill over there, and now I see they're moving out. Like, oh shit. Ah, shit, boys. So the zone just moved. You got 29 seconds to move. This is when you need to think, right? I know these guys are here. They moved to the place early. Now I see the zone here. Again, you don't want to be the one running from the zone, especially if you're the solo guy. So what I do is I see this rock right here, and it seems about right. You know, this rock definitely seems like it's going to be in the zone. So I see that rock, and I definitely see that is going to be my position to go to. That is going to be my savior. So I'm just going to do a couple more peeks right here, and I'm just going to make sure to see where these guys are at. And again, I see that free shot. I take that down. Once I see him, I try to peek up a little bit, and I see those guys over there, and they definitely, I think they definitely did see me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hide behind the rock so these guys can't see me. As you guys can see, I'm going to push straight forward. I'm going to push straight forward because that guy was down. I downed that guy to the left. That means his teammate is either going to be reviving him or taking fire from those other guys, which is what happened. So these guys are occupied. These guys are shooting at each other. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just kind of aim in a little bit. But as you guys can see, they're taking cover from that rock on the left-hand side. And I make it there and I get that headshot elimination. That guy's still alive. And then he sees me. This is where things start getting a little bit interesting. He shot me. He took all my armor place out. I peeked to the right and the guys are there. And I'm like, oh shit. Oh shit. So here we just got to take a deep breather, right? We got to take a deep breather. We got to take the deep breather and see where people are at, right? Something that you see me do as well is I don't put my full plates on, because full plates on, it takes maybe sometimes a little bit more time. So even though if I have 2 plates, I feel that 2 plates it's a good thing, right? It's a good thing to go to, and I just try and peek them just a little bit more, you know, just try to keep them in their vicinity there. And now we got that guy to the left hand side as well. I keep peeking left and right, hoping that he misses his first shot, and he did. And then I get that easy kill right there. So that's something that I usually do a lot. If I see the guys sniping, I think crouch prone, peek, crouch prone, and then they'll shoot that, and most of the times they'll miss, because again, the sniper has bullet velocity. So if you're peeking like insanely fast, they'll probably miss that shot. Once he missed that shot, I went and that was a crucial snipe right there. Now, as you guys can see, it is a 1v2 situation. We brought it down, and as you guys can see, it was all because I picked my guys to kill, right? I picked that guy here on the left-hand side, and he died, and then managed to be a 1v1v2. If I would just keep shooting at a team and let that big team always get that lead, that is when things get around. So now it's a 1v2 situation, right? Very manageable in this one right here. And this guy's pushing here, and I got that easy down there. As you guys can see, I always like to peek, and I always like to see where it's up, and I get a nice jump shot sniper there. And I see that guy, he is like self-resting there, and I managed to get one hit of him, but he does manage to get back up, and I'm like, oh shit. And again, that's why as you guys can see, I was trying to put my armor down, but I didn't manage to get it. Now I get that one snipe extra, easy snipe because I hit that jump shot, and this guy probably doesn't have that much armor or health because he just self-res. He probably doesn't have all his health. As you guys can see, easy kill with that bullfrog. They are all dead. Nice stick there, and the guy's just self-resing in the back, and that is going to be it. Easy dubs just like that. And of course I get all hyped because that was a crazy gameplay. That was some good stuff that was going on in this game. So as you guys can see, that is how you do the 1v3 or the 1v4. How do you win the game when your whole squad is dead? Now, I know I threw a lot of things about you guys, but this is more of those detailed videos, right? With a bunch of tips and tricks and my decisions that I took. And at the end of the day, they were correct. But just remember, most important things is always get to the zone first. You know, like I found that rock. You always have to get to that zone first, especially if you're solo. But again, only when you got the chance. That's why it is usually very important that you try to down one person from one of those teams and then you move to that location to get yourself covered, right? You can never, if I would have ran and I wouldn't have downed anybody, most likely I would have gotten a kill. So that's why with the sniper, it's really, really important that you down that one person. Once you down that one person, as you saw, boom, you got to make your run in that second. You down that one person and you run inside the zone and you run for your life because you know you got to get to that position to win. And again, that's very important. Always take advantage of your downs. Always pick your fights and always help the guy that is in need. So always help the smaller team. Go ahead and take down the big team first, because it's gonna, like I said, it's better to fight that 1v2, that 1v1, than if you kill each other and it's gonna be a 1v3 or 1v4 situation. So that one is always better. And yeah, thank you for tuning in. I deeply appreciate it. And let me know down below in the comments what you guys think. What are your strats for the ending? And yeah, peace out, everybody. I'll see you all in the next one. Well, hello there. I see you're still here, and because of that, you're going to get a VIP tour of my brand spanking new website. Here you can check out if I'm streaming, or maybe donate some Benjamins if you want to support me a bit more. Most importantly, you can get your own anti-gulag merch right here. 100% guaranteed that you will not go into the gulag if you wear one of these. And finally, you can check out some of my COD videos and the top point makers on my stream. And now, with all that being said, I'll see you all in the next one. Well, hello there. I see you're still here, and because of that, you're going to get a VIP tour of my brand spanking new website. Here you can check out if I'm streaming, or maybe donate some Benjamins if you want to support me a bit more. Most importantly, you can get your own anti-gulag merch right here. 100% guaranteed that you will not go into the gulag if you wear one of these. And finally, you can check out some of my COD videos and the top point makers on my stream. And now, with all that being said, I'll see you all in the next one.